Welcome to Technology for Seniors. Discover how new tech can brighten your day, connecting with ease in a brand new way. From video calls to your family near, we'll make it all simple and crystal clear. It's easy to learn, it's simple and smart, giving you confidence right from the start. So join us now, let the fun begin on Technology for Seniors. Yeah, Technology for Seniors.
All right, so there you go. So that, of course, that is not our regular intro. That, of course, that was made. The jingle was made with Lyria 3, which is I've been playing with all week. And if you saw our newsletter, Lyria 3 was featured there. And that's the new text to music generation by Google, and it's available free for you to use. Yeah, so if you are over on Gemini, give it a try. Copy any text and put it in there, and it'll make you the music and a bit of a video to go with that. And the video was actually made by Flow, Flow, which is, of course, a new service that Gemini is doing, which is a video creation tool. So both those new products were used in doing our temporary. We're not going to change our 7-year-old intro that everybody knows and loves. We're not going to change that, but for sure, it was a fun thing to do. All right, and just one more thing I want to share with you before we move on. Let me just have a look here. You know, it was Saturday evening. Gail and I were thinking about what movie to watch. Gail said, "Why don't you look at Mike's list?" So I went over to our webpage, and as you follow down on the webpage, here's Mike on the very front page, and it said Mike's movie pick of the week. So I opened this up, and I decided to watch Las Vegas. Here's a list of all his movies that he's picked recently, and Las Vegas was a blast. We had a great time. Thank you, Mike. Job well done, and you too can follow Mike's movie picks right on our website. There you go, Mike. Well done. Thank you so much. We'll be looking forward. I peeked on what your movie is today, which is great, and we'll continue on. So just remember, they're all on there for you to watch. Our premier educational video that's coming up, it'll be online shortly. And those of you who subscribe to the newsletter, of course, saw it on the weekend. Our 3 selections are: can smartwatches measure blood pressure? By myself. So that was an interesting one. The other thing is, what is IEMI, code letter? And Hewie tells you all about what an IEMI is in the video. And then I am talking about 5 surprises for ChatGPT. And that is, those 3 selections are going to be soon online, and that will be by the end of the show, and you'll be able to watch those as part of our premier educational series. And I'll put the link in the chat. All right, brief introduction to everybody. Hewie, how'd your week go?
Great, and I've got the Let's Talk AI coming up this Friday.
Correct. All right. And if they want to attend, how would people get a hold of you, or what?
Yeah, send me an email at hewie@hewie.net, Hewie @hewie.net. And what I need to do is add you to the list. You'll get the newsletter, which I'll send out in a couple of days, and it'll have the link for the show. And it's the same link as we do each month. So if you've already been on the show, you'll be able to just use it.
Okay. Bill James, you are doing well. You're looking pretty dapper there. I like your computer. I guess that's in the kitchen with that great lighting.
Yes, I'm doing fine, thank you. And I posted that link for the Keurig for anyone that's interested in it.
Excellent, excellent. And Mike, you've got some surprises for us at the end of the show.
Always a few things up my sleeve, even though I do wear short sleeves. There's a few things up there. I hope you had a chance to look at last week's movie that just went on, Eddie the Eagle. I mean, we just finished the Olympics, but I mean, if you really want a good one related to the Olympics, that's a good one.
That's a good one. Excellent. Okay, thanks, Mike. And Murray, I guess Murray's not, he's sort of logged off. Okay.
I'm here. I'm
here.
here.
You're there? All right.
Yes.
And you've had a good week?
Yes, busy and trying to get more videos ready for the Tech for Seniors.
Yeah, and you're going to be doing one on Obsidian today, so we'll be talking all about Obsidian. Excellent.
Right.
Excellent. And Drew's here as well, and he's going to be talking on Microsoft's Zoomi. So all sorts of good stuff. So we got to get going with the show because we have a whole bunch of stuff. So we're going to start right away with our tech news of the week.
Welcome to Tech for Senior and our weekly news update. We've got a lot to cover, so let's jump right into the latest in technology.
Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. This is Tech for Senior. This is Tech News of the Week. This, of course, is February the 21st. This is being recorded for our broadcast on February the 23rd. I'm Ron Brown. I'd like to introduce our team today, and the first is, of course, Hewie Poplock from Bradenton, Florida. Hello, Hewie. And the second is going to be Mike Leaman from Moncton, New Brunswick. Welcome, everyone. Just to remind our audience that you can watch these or read the articles as we go through. Just go over to our Facebook page, just type in Tech for Senior. You'll find our Facebook page, and then you can watch the articles or go back and use the articles for reference. They're all there, and we publish the articles on a daily basis. So if you want to keep in touch, follow us along on our Facebook page. You'll see the articles as they become available. So Hewie, who's got the first article this morning?
Mike does.
Mike, there you go.
For any of you out there who are incapable of any artistic talent and drawing anything, and you wanted to create your own character, ChatGPT is the answer these days, because it's been a trend right now on Facebook and other social media to use ChatGPT to create your character. As a matter of fact, if you look at the one I've created that I use for the entertainment corner, that's where it came from. So it's very simple to use. It uses the information that you've given it about yourself in the past. So the more you've used ChatGPT, the better it's going to do. And it's just give it a photo and presto, away it goes, and it creates the caricature, and pretty simple to do. This is a report from Microsoft that AI is being brainwashed to favor specific brands. So it's an interesting article to read. Some key takeaways here. AI recommendation poisoning. Companies are embedding hidden commands in the summarize with AI links to make AI assistants favor specific brands or services, exploiting long-term memory features. Trust erosion. Poisoned AI can confidently recommend products or services not based on merit, creating a massive trust deficit for users relying on AI decisions. And some user protection tips. Treat AI links like executable downloads and regularly audit your AI saved memories and personalized settings to maintain neutrality and security. So the old story is, if they're going to find, though, everybody will find a way to take advantage of it.
Yes, this sort of put a dagger in my heart this morning as this came out. PayPal data breach confirmed. Money was stolen, passwords now reset. Now, as most articles like this is a bit of clickbait. When you actually look at the data, this is a US-only story. It affected a very small number of people. Mostly it had to do with the third-party loan application process. So PayPal will be notifying those people who have had the breach, and they'll be talking to them specifically and outlining the course of the plans. So this is not a huge issue. I just wanted to let everyone know. This, to follow up with what Mike said, this is really part of what we've been talking for the past 2 weeks. We're sort of in a crisis of confidentiality as AI invades our email. And this, of course, is a big issue, particularly for professionals who may be doctors or lawyers or accountants who have an oath of confidentiality. And there was a feeling that maybe Microsoft was a bit safer than Gmail, for example. Well, Copilot was found to be, there was a little oopsie, and Copilot was actually releasing some of the confidential information. and Microsoft has a fix out for this. But just come back, you have to be very careful of what you put in emails now, because it could be more like a postcard rather than a confidential postage stamp on your mail.
This is you, Ron.
Yes, this is really cool. Now, we've talked about Snapseed before. Snapseed, I believe, was bought in about 2014 by Google, and we've talked about using Snapseed on Chromebooks. It's a video editor, but they now have Snapseed Camera for iPhone, and so you can download and use it on your iPhone. Now, the cool thing about Snapseed is that in this particular camera is you can put different types of film in it. So for example, if you want, ectochrome, Kodachrome, you know how all those old films looked a little bit different when you put them in your camera? Well, this app you can use on your iPhone, and you can choose and that will give you the color hue of Kodachrome, ectochrome, so on and so forth. Free app, and you can download it now, Snapseed, and it's in the Apple Store.
And this is me. 8 tips to organize files efficiently on your PC. I think that's self-explanatory. It's how to make your computer work better by organizing your files. And your Fire TV is about to look differently. Amazon is rolling out a redesigned Fire TV interface with a more personalized home screen, improved navigation, and easier access to apps and recommendation. And I'm looking forward to that. Those extra long HDMI cables aren't always a scam. Long HDMI cables can work reliably if properly designed, but signal quality depends upon the cable type, build quality, and whether actual signal boosting is used. So you got to make sure you get the right cables. Why the XLS format? That's the Excel format without the X at the end. The one you want to use is the XLSX format. So the old XLS Excel format lacks modern security, reliability, and compatibility features, making newer formats like XLSX much safer and more efficient. So there's a reason definitely to use that format. And so if you've got an older file, you might want to just reformat it so it's with the better extension. Microsoft is adding image support to Notepad in Windows 11, and that's a good thing. It's going to enhance Notepad with image support, allowing users to insert and view images directly within text documents. I use WordPad or Notepad a lot, and that'll be a nice addition. Now hides some information until you sign in. It's restricting access to certain details and features unless users sign into a Google account, encouraging deeper integration with its ecosystem.
Last week, Ron showed how to turn your old phone into a dash cam. This video shows how to turn your obsolete Android phone into a security camera. This thin, lightweight note taker is the one for you if you love the feel of writing with a pen or pencil on a piece of paper, but it is very expensive. There is a lot you can do with a modest computer with AI locally on it without a GPU or NPU. This article tells you how and provides examples. A very interesting feature of RootsTech is Find Your Relatives. If you register for RootsTech 2026, you can opt into this feature to find any relatives who may have also registered. It also includes a feature to find some of your famous relatives of the past, such as movie stars, sports heroes, presidents, kings, scientists, and so on.
Right. So anybody hear about Bixby? I guess, Samsung's still trying to flog it. So it's turning Bixby into a conversational device in the new upgrade, I guess, for the operating system on Samsung phones, the UI 8.5. So if there is one or two people still using Bixby, hey, good luck. This is a big news story this week. Gemini just released Lyria 3. Those of you who subscribe to Tech for Seniors newsletter it's all in the newsletter. This was released this week and is a big improvement in music generation. I've had a lot of fun with it this week. It's a big upgrade. It's free. It's in Gemini. You don't have to do anything. Don't download anything. Just go to Gemini and go to Create Music, and you will be in Lyria 3. Give it a try. It's available on your mobile app as well. This is really cool stuff. This is an article from Android Police. Google is locking its best productivities behind a $20 paywall. Well, so with the advent of Gemini Pro and the extra money you pay for that, a lot of the functionality that's occurring, particularly on Google Drive, is only available if you have Gemini Pro, which effectively means it's locking it behind a $20 a month paywall. So I guess, Hewie, nothing in life is ever free forever. So we've had a good run with Google Drive and Google products, but now I think we're going to have to start paying for them. Okay. All right. That was the news of the week. Thank you. Murray wasn't with us, so he sent the videos in, so that was why that was the insert you saw. All right. Let's get on with how to make a website in 3 minutes. Okay, we're going to be making a website with Google Sites. The first thing we have to know is how to get there. Well, we're in my Chrome browser in my test account, and I'm going to show you how to get there. All right, so the first thing you can do is you can just type in sites.google.com and you will get to Google Sites. That's where you want to go. But if you're in your Chrome browser now, let's come up to this little 9-dot menu here. We're going to click this and we're going to look for Google Sites. And we're going to come along here and we're going to look and look and look. And we're going to come all the way down here. And we're going to look at all these little icons here, right? Come all the way down and you don't find Google Sites. And why is that? Well, because it's in Google Drive. So let's go over to Google Drive. Everybody that has a Google account will have this. So it's free. You'll be able to make the site in under 3 minutes. I'm going to show you how to do that. And let's find Google Sites. We're going to come to Google Drive. Click Google Drive. And this brings up our menu here. And we're going to come over to the left side. And we're going to come up here to New. And let's click on New. And here we are. And we're going to come down. We're going to see all the software that you have in Google Drive. And we're going to click the little more here. And here is Google Sites. There we go. Let's click it and see what happens. We're going to start our web page, but I'm not going to click the start button yet. So have you ever thought about creating your own website, but immediately felt overwhelmed? Maybe you thought you needed coding skills or expensive hosting or complicated software. Well, today I'm going to show you how to create a website in under 3 minutes using Google Sites. Now, you need no coding experience, you need no hosting fees, you need no technical headaches. If you use Gmail, you can build a website. So let me show you how it's done. But before we get started, I want to answer some common questions I often get asked. And is it free? Yes, it's totally free. There is no cost. Do I need hosting? No, you don't need to have a domain name. It's completely hosted by Google. Can I use my own domain if I do have it? And yes, you can do that. And does it work on phones? Yes, automatically it's adapted, and one piece of software works for all different devices, including phones. Okay, on your mark, get set, go. Our 3-minute page has started. So we're going to come up here and we're going to enter. First of all, we want to identify this file. I'm going to call this the 3-minute web page. Now you'll see here we can of course change the size of this, and we can change the fonts. It's pretty standard right here. Okay, so that's the first part of our page here. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take over the right, we're going to take a context box, drop it down here, and we're going to add an image, which I'm going to upload here. We take this image, and then we're going to add some text. Now I'll have some text here, and I think we're going to add this text. And so now we have an image, and we have go to Google Sites, create a blank template, start your title. So we've given the instruction on how to initially get started with a 3-minute website. So the next thing we want to do is to add an image and publish. So let's have 2 more instructions here we're going to add. So we're going to take the context block with 2, and we're going to drag it over here and add this. And here we are, we've added it now. So let's click the first image on how to add a text. I'm going to click here, we're going to upload another image that I have, and we're going to this, and this is how we add text and images. And then what we're going to do here is we're going to click to add text, and we're going to, and here we have adding images. And then let's add a text to publish. So we're going to add an image again. We'll add this image here. And here we have opened how to publish your website. Okay, so now we're going to add some text in here. And let's add our text. And we're going to add that. There we go. So now we have, as we're building our website, we have the 3-minute website. We've got how to start out. We've got how to add text images, how to publish to your site. And we've got one more thing before we publish. So I want to add at the bottom here, I want to add a YouTube video. This is a video I made about Tech for Seniors website. I built Tech for Seniors website using Google Sites. I want to add this as an example. So we're going to click the button here called YouTube. Now normally I'm on my test site, so it doesn't have the YouTube video. Normally all your YouTube videos would be here to bring up, but we're going to just put a little paste here. This should bring the video up, and here's the video. We're going to add this to, and we're going to insert it. And here we are. We're going to add this to a site. Add this, and then what we're going to do is we're going to add a text box to this. And we're going to type, and that should be it. So let's, now here's how fast it goes. We're going to just come up, and you see the little button here to the right. We're going to hit publish, and it's going to cover, and this is going to be the name of your website here. And we're just going to hit the publish button, and the website is now published. Now, if we come up here, this is the publish link. So this is what the link is going to say. So we're going to copy link. Now I'm going to open up a new tab. We're going to paste that link in the tab, and let's just have a look and see if what I said is true. And here is our 3-minute website. You'll see all our information, and this is you can see it now yourself. This is the URL for our website. So that's how simple it is, and we did it under 3 minutes. So it's Ron Brown with Tech for Senior, where we help seniors understand technology and also help them design websites. So today I wanted to show you how to use Google Sites, but most important, I wanted to explain why I chose Google Sites for our Tech for Senior website. And I'll put the link below in the video I did explaining how I did it. Before we start, This is not a video about how to create a Google site. I wanted to show you simply how fast it is and how easy it is to do. I chose Google Sites for three reasons. Number one, I didn't know a lot about building websites, so I wanted it to be simple. Simplicity was very important. The second thing is I chose it because of security. It is HTTPS by default, and that means it is a secure site. This is so important because if you're looking around and you want to build a site and you're looking at different companies, oftentimes free isn't really free because after you get your site all completed, you find out it's not secure. And that's the $60 a month they get you for. And of course, saving, there is no cost. So we have simplicity, security, and savings. Those are the three S's. Now, I wanted to just take a minute to discuss why you might want a website. Clearly, if you are retired, you're not in a club or you're not doing anything, why would you really want to build a website? Have you ever sent out a Christmas letter in Gmail? Now, that's a big chore. If you try to add a lot of pictures or images in there, you'll hit the send button and find out that you're over your limit and the file is too big. Or when you send it out, the receiving person can't get it because they don't accept attachments or big files. So that is a big problem. And a website can simply be a way of sending out a Christmas card. You can create a Christmas card easily on a website and then just send the link out, and it goes out as a link, and it's really easy to do. How many of you are in golf clubs? Maybe you're involved in arranging golf scores, or maybe you've got a spreadsheet, or you're doing something there, and you're sending that out by email to all your members. Well, it'd be so easier just to pop a website up and just do it and change it on the website and just send the link. And the link never changes, so people just can go back and see the updated information. It's much easier than sending repeated emails out. But I want to show you something more about this because it even gets better. And you saw how easy it was to publish. Well, let me show you something. Okay, let me show you something really interesting. This is available on any of the Google products, such as Google Sites, Google Sheets, or Google Documents. So if you're on Google Drive and you're using any of these products, you're able to publish that document as a website. Pretty cool. Let me show you how easy this is. Now, if you talk to teachers, they do this all the time, whether it's homework assignments, whether it's exams, they can easily create this by using this technique. So watch how easy it is. So what I've done here is I've taken just some stuff that I made as a document. You'll see it's a document here, and we've called it, let's call it, we'll come up here and we're going to title it. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to publish this so that other people can see this document. So there used to be a publish button on the top here on the ribbon, but that's changed with the newer versions of Docs. So we're going to come over and we're going to hit File, and we're going to come down now to Share. You see this Share button here? And you see where it says Publish to Web. Now let's see what we're going to do. And now we're going to publish this. Now we can either publish it as a link, which we're going to do, or you can embed it in an existing site. But we're going to publish this as just a link. So I can send this out to my friends and they can all look at it. Hit Publish. We're going to say OK. And it's published. Now, if we take this and we just copy this over, and we're going to paste this back into you'll see here's our documents. And this is the URL at the top here of the web page. So we just took that document, and with one click, we made a web page for that document. And that's really if you think about it, that is something really useful. And as I said, you would just ask any of the teachers. They use this feature all the time when sending information out to their students. So think about it, because it will work with Google Sheets, it works with Google Docs, it works with, of course, Google Sites. It's really an interesting tool, and it's so easy to publish something, and then you can just send that link, and it goes to whoever you want. So let me show you a few more powerful things. Under Insert, you can embed YouTube videos, as we discussed. We can insert Google Docs, so if you have a document already made, we can add Google Slides, or we can add Google Forms, or we even can insert a Google Map. This makes Google Sites perfect for clubs, community groups, genealogy societies, family reunions, or small organizations. It works beautifully on phones automatically, and no extra setup is required. Now, who is Google Sites for? Well, it's perfect for beginners, it's perfect for seniors, clubs, teachers, and families. But it's not meant to be really an e-commerce store, but it does meet most everyday needs. It's fantastic, it's free, and it's secure. So there you have it. In just a few minutes, we created a website. No coding, no hosting, and no stress. If you found this helpful, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to Tech for Senior. And if you build a site, leave a comment with your link. I'd love to see it. And remember, technology is really simple. Until next time, Ron Brown with Tech for Senior. Okay, now we're going to get on. Murray's going to talk about Obsidian. Now that's an interesting one. Let's see what Murray has to say.
Obsidian is your personal digital library. It's a free app that keeps your notes and research in a safe place that you own, not on a corporate server. With its web clipper, you can save full articles instantly with one click. By using a free Dropbox account and the Remotely Save plugin, we create a secret bridge for universal sync across Windows, Mac, Linux, and mobile devices, all with zero fees and no device limits. Think of your devices as islands. To connect them, we use Dropbox as a central distribution center. It acts as a private post office, automatically shipping your notes from one device to all others instantly. Because the plugin handles the connection directly, you don't even need the Dropbox app installed. This allows you to connect unlimited devices for free. To start, go to the obsidian.md website in your browser and click Download for Windows. Once installed, open the app to the purple screen and click Create to build your vault. Give it a simple name like Obsidian and click Browse to choose its location. I recommend a dedicated folder on your C or D drive rather than Documents to avoid cloud sync conflicts. Now we build the bridge using a community plugin called Remotely Save. In Settings, select Community Plugins, click Browse, search for the plugin, then install, then enable it. Finally, create a test Windows note to give the bridge its first passenger. Next, we configure our sync settings. Set the service to Dropbox and tell the plugin to ignore the workspace and appearance files. This keeps your screen layout from breaking between desktop and mobile. Enable Sync on Startup and Sync on Save, and set the conflict strategy to newest files win. Optionally, you can also set a schedule to sync every 15 to 30 minutes. The final step is authorization. Click the AUTH button to open a browser window, and then log into your Dropbox account, and then you will see a blue Allow button to give the bridge permission. Once you see the success message, close the tab and restart Obsidian. This ensures that sync will now point to the proper place. With one computer set up, let's see it in action on another. This video demonstrates connecting a Windows 11 laptop to our Dropbox island, witnessing the first sync, and installing the web clipper in Firefox to capture articles directly into our library. I've sped up the clock here so you can see the whole process in just over a minute. First, I'm grabbing the installer and setting up my vault. Notice I'm naming it Multi-Obsidian and choosing the location, just like we did on the desktop, to keep filing cabinets identical. To test the connection, I'll type a quick Hello World note. Right now, this note only exists on this laptop. It hasn't crossed over to the other islands yet. Now I'm heading into the community plugins. I search for Remotely Save, install and enable it. This is the moment we add that high-tech accessory to the app. In the settings, I'm quickly telling the plugin to use Dropbox and setting our ignore rules for the workspace and appearance files. This ensures the laptop and desktop don't fight over how the screen looks. I click AUTH, the browser pops up, I log into Dropbox to give the green light. Once I click Allow, Dropbox and Obsidian finish the secret handshake. I click the sync icon, and just like that, our bridge is active. With the laptop now part of the network, let's switch back to normal speed and look at how to add our harvester, the web clipper. Now, there's one more thing that we can do here. What we're going to do now is look for our extensions. Manage your extensions. And we are going to search for, and what we want is Obsidian Web Clipper. And we want to add it to Chrome. Add extension. I have to restart Firefox. Try it. And there we now have 2 clippings in there. That is it. We've got it set up now on our laptop, and it is syncing so that anything we do on our laptop will show up on our desktop and vice versa. How does this help a researcher? I'll use a genealogy example. Think of ℕ𝕝𝕅 11 or whatever genealogy software you use as your repository for final conclusions and proven family trees. Obsidian is your workshop, the place for thinking, evaluating records, and logging progress. Use the web clipper as your harvester, then keep your messy research in Obsidian and your final results in ℕ𝕝𝕅. This second brain works for your whole life. Beyond genealogy, you can manage hobbies like gardening and photography, plan trips, or track household repairs and warranties. Whether it's a gratitude log or a personal archive of memories, Obsidian ensures your thinking is never lost. Watch for the Tech for Senior newsletter and its webpage for links to some good tutorials on how to use Obsidian. We move from scattered notes to an organized private system. With Obsidian, its web clipper, Remotely Save, and the Dropbox links, you now have a permanent home for your curiosity and hard work. Your notes are everywhere, and your thinking is organized. Thank you for attending, and see you next time.
Thank you, Murray. And then probably lots of questions about that. We'll do those in the Q&A so we can get the show finished. We have a short one now from Drew. Again, there will probably be lots of questions about this, but I'm going to defer those questions to our Q&A section at the end. Let's see. Drew's going to talk on Zoomi, a Microsoft product. It's in Power Toys, and let's just see how it works.
A quick introduction to Microsoft Sysinternal's Zoomit. Suppose you're doing a Zoom presentation and the text that you have on the screen is small and people may not be able to read it clearly. With Zoomit running in the background, I can press Control number 4 and it will zoom the screen in, and I can make everything a lot easier for people to read. It seems to be doing some funky stuff with my camera in the window there, but anyway, if I press Control 4 again, it goes away. If I press Control 2, it gives me the ability to draw on the screen, and I can draw freehand on the screen just temporarily. It doesn't embed it into anything, but everybody can see it. If I want to point something out, I can draw a box on the screen, or I can draw with the Shift key a straight line. I can do blue by typing in the letter B. I can type in the letter G and I'll get green. And if I type in the letter T, I can add text. And it's all temporary. I press the escape key a couple times and it all goes away. Anyway, I thought you might find this interesting. And for participants, it's very good because at any moment's notice, they can just zoom their screen in and see your screen better than they could before. Anyway, that's Microsoft Zoom It.
Thank you, Drew. Hewie, you're up.
All right. And I'm unmuted, so that's good.
Adobe Acrobat Reader is a powerful yet easy-to-use tool for seniors to view and manage digital documents like PDFs. I'm Hewie Poplock. With a clean, intuitive interface, Acrobat Reader makes it simple to open, read, and interact with PDF files. The app offers a range of helpful features tailored for older users, such as adjustable text size, high contrast mode, and text-to-speech. Seniors can use Acrobat Reader to access important documents, read digital books and magazines, fill out forms, and more. The app works seamlessly on tablets, providing a comfortable, natural experience for browsing and interacting with content. The convenience and accessibility of Acrobat Reader empowers seniors to confidently navigate the digital world. Adobe Acrobat Reader is a free, trusted application that lets you view and interact with PDF documents. PDFs are digital versions of paper documents like bills, letters, manuals, and books. Acrobat Reader ensures PDFs are displayed exactly as intended and allows you to print, sign, and share them securely. It's a digital filing cabinet that keeps all your important documents in one place. Acrobat Reader is the most popular PDF reader globally, trusted by millions of users every day for secure document handling. It keeps your documents looking exactly like the original paper version with perfect accuracy and no surprises or formatting issues. Acrobat Reader is compatible with Windows, Mac, tablets, and smartphones, so you can use it on any device you own. With its widespread adoption and robust functionality, Acrobat Reader is the go-to solution for reliable and consistent PDF viewing and handling. Let's get started with Acrobat Reader. In this first step, we'll cover the process of installing the Acrobat Reader software on your computer. First, you'll need to visit the download page at get.adobe.com/reader. This is where you can access the free Acrobat Reader download. Once on the download page, simply click the big Download Acrobat Reader button. The download will automatically detect your device type and provide the correct installer. After downloading the installer, follow the on-screen instructions to complete the installation. Just click Next a few times and you're all set. Finally, once Acrobat Reader is installed, any PDF files you click on your computer will automatically open using the Acrobat Reader software. That covers the key steps for getting Acrobat Reader installed and ready to use. The interface of Adobe Acrobat Reader has been designed with simplicity and clarity in mind, making it easy for users to navigate and access common tasks. The top toolbar features large, easy-to-see icons for common functions like opening, printing, zooming in/out, and searching within the document. The side panel displays small thumbnails of all the pages in the document, allowing users to quickly jump to any section they need. Navigation is smooth and intuitive, with options to use the mouse scroll wheel, keyboard arrows, or on-screen buttons to move through the pages. This clean, senior-friendly design ensures that even users who are less tech-savvy can confidently use the software. Here are some essential features that are all about making everyday document tasks more efficient and convenient. First, the zoom in and out functionality allows you to easily adjust text size for comfortable reading, perfect for when the print feels too small. Next, the powerful search function lets you quickly find specific words or phrases within your document, saving you from having to read through page by page. Finally, the one-click printing option makes it simple to send documents to your printer, whether you need to print the whole thing or just select pages. These features are designed to streamline common document tasks and improve your productivity. Here we introduce our Fill and Sign tool, which allows you to fill out forms digitally without needing to print them first. It's a great time saver and environmentally friendly option, especially for common documents like medical forms and applications. The slide also highlights our digital signature capabilities. You can easily add your signature by typing it, drawing it with your mouse, or uploading a photo of your handwritten signature. This tool is perfect for all kinds of paperwork that requires your signature: medical forms, bank applications, permission letters, government documents, and more. The key benefits are saving time, paper, and the hassle of printing, signing, and scanning documents. Highlighting important text in your PDFs is a great way to call attention to key information, just like using a highlighter on paper. You can add notes directly on the document, which is perfect for things like recipes or instructions where you want to leave reminders or comments. The commenting and highlighting tools are designed to be simple and intuitive so you can focus on your content rather than struggling with the tools. These features make reading and organizing your PDFs even easier, helping you remember important details. Here we highlight some of the more advanced features in Adobe Acrobat Reader beyond the basics. First, it covers the Read Out Loud feature, which allows the software to read your documents aloud. This is great for when your eyes need a break or if you prefer listening to information. Next, it discusses the Rotate Pages function, which lets you easily turn pages in your document if they appear sideways. This is especially useful for scanned documents that weren't oriented correctly. Finally, the slide covers the Password Protect feature, which allows you to add basic security to your PDFs by setting a password to prevent unauthorized viewing. This helps keep your private documents safe. Acrobat Reader is a powerful tool that can be customized to fit your needs. Start by adjusting the display settings. Increase contrast for easier reading or switch to dark mode to reduce eye strain in low light. Use keyboard shortcuts to work more efficiently. Ctrl+F or Command+F on Mac to search quickly, Ctrl+P to open the print menu instantly. Keep Acrobat Reader updated regularly to take advantage of the latest security features, new capabilities, and performance improvements. These simple tips can help you get the most out of Acrobat Reader and boost your productivity. 11. Adobe Acrobat Reader is a popular choice for viewing and managing PDF documents. However, there are several free alternatives that offer similar functionality. Foxit PDF Reader is a lightweight and fast reader with a familiar interface, good for viewing, annotating, and filling out forms. Modern web browsers like Chrome, Edge, and Firefox can also open PDFs directly, making them ideal for quick viewing without any extra software. Sumatra PDF is an extremely minimalist and portable PDF reader, perfect for those who want a super fast reader mainly for viewing PDFs. These free alternatives provide options for those who don't want to use or pay for Adobe Acrobat Reader. 12. Adobe Acrobat Reader is a free PDF viewer, while Adobe Acrobat is a subscription-based PDF editing and creation tool. Acrobat Reader allows you to view, print, and search PDFs, as well as fill out forms, sign documents, and add annotations. Acrobat provides all the features of Acrobat Reader, plus the ability to edit PDF content, create PDFs from scratch or other file types, organize pages, and apply advanced security measures like redaction and encryption. The key differences are the cost, with Acrobat being a paid subscription, and the advanced editing and creation capabilities that Acrobat offers beyond just viewing and basic interaction. Knowing these distinctions can help you choose the right PDF tool for your specific needs, whether that's simple PDF viewing and basic interactions or more robust PDF editing and creation. Let's get started with PDF files and Acrobat Reader. I encourage you to start simple by opening a PDF they already have, like a letter or bill, and just practice basic viewing and navigation. Next, I suggest you build your confidence by trying out more advanced features like zooming, searching, and signing your name. Finally, Adobe has free tutorials and a support site to keep learning and discover more of Acrobat Reader's capabilities. Acrobat Reader is designed to make digital reading easy, safe, and stress-free. Take your time, explore at your own pace, and ask for help if needed.
Thank you. Thank you, Hewie. Now, before we get Mike up, Mike Leaman, I just want to say goodbye to everybody over on our YouTube channel. Thank you for coming. And don't forget, if you want to participate in the Q&A, you can pop over and we have room in our meeting for you. All right, I'm just going to cancel that feed, Mike, and you're away to go.
Okay, Ron, I'll let you play the video for the entertainment corner and it'll come back to me and I'll talk about the movie pick and the music selection.
You got it. All right, we got that done. Just a minute. Here, we get it going.
You know, some dates on the calendar just seem to have this special kind of energy. And in the world of music, February 23rd is absolutely one of them. So today, we're going to unpack the incredible history packed into this single day. Okay, so let's just dive right in with a question that sounds, well, almost impossible, right? I mean, we're talking about two artists from completely different musical universes, separated by decades and styles. What on earth could possibly connect them? And the answer? It all comes down to timing. Both of these cultural giants had a career-defining moment on this exact same day. It just goes to show you how pivotal February 23rd has been throughout music history. So let's get into the moments that made it so legendary. All right, first up, we're rewinding the clock back to the golden age of rock and roll. This day really became a stage for some of the genre's biggest icons to make history, from the British invasion all the way to the king himself. Now, what's so cool here is how this timeline just maps out this incredible 8-year span where foundational rock history was being written. In '64, we've got the Beatles wrapping up their American TV debut. By 1970, the Stones are starting to cook up a masterpiece album. And just 2 years later, Elvis records his last major hit. It's like this little pocket of rock history, all happening on the same date. So picture this. It's 1964, and Beatlemania is at an absolute fever pitch. The band capped off their explosive American television debut on The Ed Sullivan Show. I mean, this was the biggest stage in American TV, period. Even though it was pre-recorded, this final performance, with massive hits like I Wanna Hold Your Hand, cemented their status as global superstars. It was like they were officially closing the first wild chapter of their American conquest. And then, you've got this moment that just perfectly captures a turning point for the king of rock and roll. In a single recording session in Hollywood in 1972, Elvis laid down the track for Burning Love. And yeah, it was a huge success, but it also kind of marked the end of an era, becoming the final song he'd have cracked the top 10 in the US. Okay, let's fast forward in time to a night of incredible drama and, really, ultimate recognition. We're heading to 1983 for the 25th Annual Grammy Awards, a night that was all about crowning champions. I love this because the night was basically a tale of two totally different but equally amazing stories. On one hand, you have the band Toto, who are just at the absolute peak of their powers with an album that was unstoppable. And on the other side, you've got the legend, Marvin Gaye, an icon who, and this is crazy, had never won a Grammy until this very night, for his comeback smash, Sexual Healing. And when I say Toto won, I mean they didn't just win, they absolutely dominated. They walked away with a staggering 6 Grammy Awards, including the 2 biggest prizes of the entire night, Record of the Year and the coveted Album of the Year. Just incredible. Okay, so industry awards are one thing, but what were people actually listening to? The charts, they tell a powerful story about which artists were truly connecting with the people on this day in music history. Well, on this day, the charts were ruled by royalty. Musical royalty, that is. In 1974, you had the undisputed queen of soul, Aretha Franklin, soaring to #1 on the R&B chart. Then, in 1980, it was the Kings of Stadium Rock Queen, who started a massive 4-week reign at the top of the US charts with Crazy Little Thing Called Love. And get this, it was their very first American #1. Now this is a really powerful moment. It shows an artist using his incredible platform for something so much bigger. I mean, in 1985, Stevie Wonder was one of the biggest stars on the planet. But on this day, he wasn't on stage. He was on the front lines, getting arrested at a protest against apartheid right outside the South African embassy. All right, let's shift gears a little and talk about the human side of the music. This day isn't just about events, it's about the people. We're going to honor some incredible legends born on this day and also take a moment to remember those we lost. Man, this day brought some serious guitar talent into the world. You've got blues rock icon Johnny Winter, Aerosmith's Brad Whitford, not to mention guitarists from really influential bands like Japan and Queensryche. But you know, February 23rd is also a day of remembrance, marking the passing of Howie Epstein, the longtime bassist for Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. And finally, let's talk about beginnings. Because February 23rd wasn't just about celebrating what was, it was about kicking off what was next. This day marked the dawn of entirely new chapters and even whole new genres in music. Okay, we're gonna have to get in the time machine for this one, all the way back to 1927, to what a lot of people call the Big Bang of country music. On this day, a pioneer named Ernest Stoneman made recordings during the legendary Bristol Sessions, and this was a key moment that helped take country music from a regional folk style and really start to turn it into the commercial powerhouse we know today. All right, now let's slingshot forward, more than 70 years, to 1999. This was a moment that signaled a huge seismic shift in pop culture. A provocative, undeniable, and completely original artist was about to be unleashed on the mainstream, and he would completely redefine the boundaries of rap. And there it is. That brings us right back to our opening question. On February 23, 1999, Eminem released his major label debut, the Slim Shady LP. And this wasn't just another album release, it was an explosion that catapulted him from the Detroit underground to global superstardom, changing the face of hip-hop for years and years to come. So when you really think about it, from the birth of commercial country music to the Beatles' American Farewell, from a legendary Grammy night to the dawn of a whole new rap era, it's clear this one day holds a truly remarkable legacy. So I gotta ask you, which one of these moments do you think echoes the loudest today? It's a fascinating question, and definitely worth thinking about.
And that was today in music history and entertainment history. The movie pick this week is The Marriage Fool from 1998. It's streaming on Prime Video and Tubi, and it's the story of widower Frank Walsh, who becomes recharged when he attends a party for local senior citizens and meets outgoing widow Florence. But his bachelor son Robert is distrustful of marriage and tries to block their budding romance. Starring Carol Burnett and Walter Matthau. It's a winner. So before I let Ron play that, because I'm going to duck out here, I'm also going to introduce the music selection, and that's from 1983 and the band Toto and their single that was Song of the Year that year, Rosanna. So if you'll play those clips, Ron, and I'll talk to everybody next week, and I'll put these links in the chat.
Okay, thanks a lot, Mike. All right, there we go. Thanks everyone for coming today. We will be moving now into our Q&A session. But before we do that, just remind everybody that we do have the premier educational video that I did put the links for in the chat. I'll be talking on can smartwatches really measure blood pressure? What is an IEMI by Hewie and ChatGPT surprises. So we have lots for you. Hewie, I'm exhausted. There was a lot of information in that show today. Oh, wow. So,
You know,
anyway,
we've been saying that at the end of all of these shows.
I know. And we did go over a bit. Anyway, hopefully there might be some questions. Monsignor, go ahead.
Our Monday show is recorded live and available on the Tech for Senior YouTube channel later in the day and includes tech news of the week, computer skills, photography, genealogy, and selections of music and videos. Join us in person for our 7th year of fun with technology.